scent should we burn today? I'm going with lemongrass. Let's sit and burn some incense together while we talk about savings today. Hello.
One time I set off my fire alarm doing that. Oh my god, I got smoke on me. That's nice.
All right, everyone, welcome. My name is Destiny Brad. What is up? Today we are going to talk about how to save and organize your money as a server. This is whether you're brand new to serving, still trying to figure out what to do with that cash flow that you're getting now, or maybe you've been serving for a while and whatever you're doing is not working. I kind of found a method that works for me personally. I've always been really good with saving money ever since that I was little. 10 years old, I was saving 30% of all my income. So I will now translate that to the serving world because sometimes it can get a little confusing. What do you report to your taxes? What do you do with the cash? Do you spend it? Do you use your credit card because it's 2021 and you can get a lot of benefits? So let's get into it. First tip that I want to give to you is, at least for me, as soon as I started serving, I viewed all my cash that was coming in as spending money, because that was, if you're used to working a normal job, you're used to having a normal paycheck come into your direct deposit, and now you're getting cash at the end of every shift, and that's like, oh, I can go out on the town now, I can do this, I can spend this money on whatever because I know I'm gonna get it back the next day. But this is where you're gonna have to have a little bit of self-discipline, because this might be spending money to you sometimes because you're making all that cash, but you also need to think about long terms, your priorities. If you are working as a serving wage, you're not making that much per paycheck. You're getting most of the income through your tips. So you need to learn how to organize that and get down to business on what you need to do with those. So first thing, stop viewing it as spending money, start viewing it as your income, your total income. The next thing that has helped me probably the most out of everything is I have savings envelope. So there's many cool apps out there that you can do this with, but I like to not go through the hassle of putting in all my income into a bank account and then transferring it into maybe a budgeting app or whatever they have for savings goals. I like to literally just pen and paper the old way. I got rent money, college fund, just a bunch of different saving goals that I do. So new car exhaust system. So basically what I do with each of them is I have prioritized on each one kind of in my head. You could write it down. Rent money is always the first one I'll be filling. At the end of every shift, I keep a log of how much tips that I made that day. And from there, like I said, ever since I was little, I saved 30% of every income that I've ever received, whether it was 50 bucks for a birthday or if it's a $600 paycheck, I saved 30%. And that has put me ahead of the game for my age and increased the amount of things that I can do when I manage them well. So when you get your tips at the end of the night, you got a huge stack of cash, you calculate 30% or whatever your number is for you, and split 30% into all the saving envelopes that you have. So I have, let's see, 6 of them right now, which is kind of high because I wanted to have some fun things, some not so fun things like rent money, and something new for my car. So different things like that. Think of what you want to save for. I have a goal to travel every other month, so that I made at the beginning of the year a savings goal for January, a saving goal for March, and so on. So think of what your saving goals are, put the 30% in every night, distribute it in between them, and then I keep a log on the back of just your balance so you know what's in it, and just add up either on a calculator in your head. So you make sure you know what you have in these envelopes here. that is the way that you're going to get so many things accomplished, because if you're just thinking you're going to put aside money for this and you don't actually, and you have all that cash on you, you're going to spend it. Even though I'm good with spending and saving money, like if I just keep it in my wallet, I am going to spend that cash. So, and another thing that I like to do is, if you are going to keep cash on hand, make sure you are always getting those receipts for your purchases. Because with credit cards, debit cards, we have this nice new thing, mobile banking, new thing, it's been around for a while, but you can see a list of all your transactions, and even though it's pretty easy to spend with a card, at least you can look back later and say, okay, that's where that money went. With cash, it's a little harder to do that. You can end up broke by the end of the day and be like, where did I spend $500? So make sure you're getting those cash transactions, the receipts for them, and just for your own records and to see where your money is going, because that's just a huge thing. I can talk about that on another video about budgeting, and seeing your cash inflow in and out is super important to knowing where you're at. But after that, I would say that there's a lot of controversy, at least in my mind, when I started serving. Do I still use my credit card or do I use my cash? Because credit cards, let's be real, they have a lot of benefits. Not only can you boost your credit score, as a 20-year-old, I have 750 credit score because I use it specifically. I make sure that I'm not putting too much on my credit card. I know that I have the cash or the money in my bank account to back it up. So paying those credit cards on time. I would say the best method that I've found with getting cash income is, so you save that 30%. What do you do with the rest of it? Put it in your wallet, and then from there kind of see, I usually do all my spending through my credit card now, to get those benefits, those travel miles, just everything, whatever your credit card has, building up that credit. And then I take whatever's in my wallet is my spending money, because I already put the 30% aside, and then you will then turn and deposit that cash money in for your bank account or just to pay off your credit card directly. And then there you go. So you get the benefits of credit card, you get the benefits of having cash on hand, and you already put aside your savings, whether you want to do it. And I have all my savings envelopes in a safe at home, which I would definitely recommend if you are saving at home. Or, I mean, you can deposit that as well, put it in a savings account. I just found it so much easier with pen and paper and visualizing what exactly I have in front of me. You never know where the world is going to go today. It's always good to have some cash as a backup, just in case we have a weird blackout, or who knows anymore. Up to you with credit cards, but I would say use the benefits if you got them. That is actually it. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll go over the steps again. Stop seeing cash as just pure spending money. Realize it's your true full income. To some extent, your paycheck should just be a backup. It shouldn't even be your income if you're a server. Your tips are your income. Use it wisely. Saving 30% of all your money, put them aside, or whatever percentage that you would like to choose, more or less. 30% has been a good number for me. Making sure to get all my fun goals in like traveling, to birthdays or whatever it is for you. But also doing that rent money or bills, phone bills, whatever, put aside money for that. And then always getting receipt for your cash purchases so that you know where your money is being spent, because it can really be really hard to track your cash purchases otherwise if you don't keep a record. And using the credit card, get the benefits out of the credit card. Deposit the cash to pay off your credit card and get a win-win situation. So make sure that's all paid off, boost that credit score. And that is all. Let me know. I will go into more detail with budgeting tips, what I do with the cash receipts even, or anything else that you're curious about, whether it's serving or personal finance or whatever. Just let me know in the comments, give this a like, and make sure you subscribe so you can see more videos to come.